Welcome to Saga Randomizer, Game Boy of 9. I'm sure that's already been mentioned, but anyway, this is a very extensive hack of Seven Saga, and also a very extensive randomizer. You'll notice that one of the things we've already done is, if you look, actually, maybe my mouse. Yeah, I can show my mouse real quick. No, actually, I can't. But you'll see a whole bunch of numbers to the right side, and that's the growth rate. So you can see that I've got a really monumental HP growth rate. And we've only got 2 hours, so we're going to choose Ulvin here as our character. And the speed growth is pretty nice and all that good stuff. So I'll explain everything that's going on as we go along here. You notice that I'm walking at 2 times the normal speed. If you've never seen this before, or if you have seen this before, excuse me. So that was one of my biggest challenges, is the double walking speed. It caused a lot of screen tearing early on. And so I had to figure out, how do I speed up the creation of all these squares that you might be seeing a little flickering on the right side of the screen, or the bottom side of the screen, like right there. But we were able to tackle that, so that was a good thing. You may have already noticed that the treasures are randomized. The search spots are not. We just say, oh yeah, you got an opal. You know, it's the same thing. Weapons are randomized. Their powers are randomized by a factor of 1/7 to 7 times, and that's going to be a running gags. So get used to it. Just looking around, just seeing what's for sale. Like that weapon really stinks because it told you that the defense is up by 1. You'll notice that there was no introduction and very short text lines. Like that one really stunk. The sword really stunk, so we won't be using either of those today. Oh, yeah, well, maybe we will if we find it, but yeah, I highly doubt we'll use it. Magic has been boosted 7 times. I told you this was going to be a running gag. So I'm going to get 9 of these bee fires, which casts Fire 1. It's an item that just casts Fire 1 that will be useful as I just run into random monsters. I'm also going to use Potion 2. As I said, Potion 2 normally heals for 90 HP, and now it boosted by 700, no, 800, no, wait a minute, I can do math. 630, plus, but then it's randomized between 1/7 and 7 times. So, just to make things more fun. Alright, so I found a Potion 1, that hasn't changed. We have a Protection Seed. Now, I did make a change with the Protection Seed. It now yields anywhere between 5 and 6 on a boost, instead of just 1 to 4. I'm basically showing that just to demonstrate that that's the thing. Now, let's check the weapons over here in Rebelisks. We have this staff that actually is much stronger than the axe I was equipping before, so that's great. And meanwhile, this very expensive hand thingy is very expensive, very expensive and very awful. This is the shield we're gonna be looking for at some point, so I'm just gonna write down that that's a thing, and that's not a great shirt. All right. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, now that I've hung out this town, I also went to the end to save my game, and that's my save point. So now I'm going to go to this castle. This castle is, used to be ruled by a very awful king, and the dog there became cursed, and I forget the exact story, but so we now have to defeat the dog. So here we go. We're at level 1. I should be able to defeat the dog, right? Right? Grr. Alright, let's go. Oh, he dodged. Oh. Oh dear. Well, I did not defeat the dog. And just so you all know, you cannot pet the dog in the 7th saga. For those of you who are fans of that Twitter. Alright, so now we have to talk to a couple of people in order to get something called the whistle. I've once again shortened the text here just for speed purposes. These text trimmings probably save about 5 minutes off an average 7th Saga Randomizer run. Maybe even 10. So now I have this whistle, so I was like, alright, I got the whistle. I'm gonna come back in here and I'm going to do things. Well, gee, why am I coming back into this castle? I mean, I already got walloped by the puppy before. Well, grr. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the whistle. Oh, hold your ears, by the way. Wow, that is a very weak puppy. And just like that, the puppy's been defeated. And the experience has been boosted 7 times, and that too has been randomized between 1/7. Oh no, wait a minute, this is a boss. It's been randomized between 1 and 7 times. In a more traditional run, you would randomize that 1/7 to 7 times, but we are under a time limit and we want to keep the seed as kind of consistent as we can. And these flags really make it consistently under 2 hours, so that's why we did it that way. Now, ordinary monsters will be randomized between 1/7 and 7 times, so you'll see that as soon as I beat an ordinary monster. Who knows when that will be. You also notice that I gained a bunch of levels. Experience requirements have been reduced 7 times as well, but they are randomized. If you're familiar with Dragon Warrior Randomizer, they have McGrew, the author of that randomizer, wrote a little something called Chaos Mode, which randomizes the experience levels. And this randomizer does something similar. We've picked up a production seed, so we'll use that. Now I picked up a key of the earth, which is going to get us through the next section. So we're going to go ahead and go through there. Incredibly, and now we're going to see our first random encounter of the day. At 6 minutes in, it was a demon and it was very easy to defeat. It was good for 50 points. So, now keep that in mind. Keep in mind that I got 50 points for that, and I have picked up the exit spell. I think I picked that up earlier or during all the level ups, and I picked up Defense 2. Defense 2 reduces the monster's defense in half. Possibly. It depends on a number of factors, like what my magic score is and blah blah blah. Since that's not going up very quickly, I won't be I won't be gaining a lot of magic very quickly. I'm going to need to be at like level 40 or so in order to get max magic, which is 255 because, you know, hexadecimal rocks. Oh, what is this thing? Well, this guy is named Pyson, and normally they don't tell you. He doesn't tell you who hired him to destroy you. It's usually one of the other apprentices, right? So I was like, forget that. We're gonna figure out who's the boss, and it was Necrocero that decided to take half his money away. That is the penalty for dying, by the way, is you lose half your money. So here we go. I have all this HP, and I just went in there and just like. So Pyson wasn't very challenging. And you notice that HP gain is really big. I'll be up to the maximum amount of 999, probably by like level 20 or 30 at this point. Now, starting at level 10, we actually get a boost on the stat gain. So normally if you gain between 0 and 2 in the first 10 levels, you gain 1 to 3 in the next 10 levels. And then it becomes 2 to 4 in the next 10 levels, and so on and so forth. 3 to 5, 4 to 6. No no's. Well, let's see if I can beat this Hermit, which is the easiest monster in the game. 63 experience. We'll try to keep that in mind too. Very quickly got 2 levels. The effect of a very quick or the randomized level ups here. Alright, so we found a town whose name I don't remember what it is, but this is our first chance to pick up an apprentice. So we'll see who we can pick up here. I'm hoping I can pick up Valsu or Asana, but neither of those but I'll take anybody at this point. Here's Brantu. And let's see if, yep, there it is. Brantu has definitely had his coffee. You'll notice that this is a graphical glitch of the double walking speed, is that the character goes a little bit wacko. So that was fun. So now Brantu is hanging out. Of course, now that I left the location, it's he's much more sane. I'm trying to figure out where the other character is. Camille. And Camille's not going to help me. He would have been okay, but I think I could have done better. I can do better than that. Ledge Ace. Alright, so Ledge Ace isn't all that good, but the black shirt is. So, or the black coat, I believe it's called. Zealous, that's the town name. I just figured it out. And the illusion shield as well. So I need 13k for all that, so I've written that down. So actually I should see what that emerald costs, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be enough because the prices are divided by 7 and then they're randomized. The feared sword will help me. So now I've got a decent weapon here. Well, decent-ish, I suppose. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's slightly better. Alright, so now I want to find Bonro. First, apparently, I'm going to have to fight a monster. Wow, talk about HP. That thing had 300 hit points and it was worth nothing. So 74 experience. So we have to remember 63, 50, and 74. Well, now we get a Manrot, and this Manrot has a ton of HP. Like, I think the Manrot normally has like 80 hit points, and that one had like 400. And the Manrot isn't worth much experience either, but this will change. Android, hey, that was quick. Well, the Android is somebody who I want to fight. They're worth quite a bit more than the Demon, the Hermit, or the Manrot. Alright, so we're actually going in reverse to what the vanilla is. Normally you go from the east to the west. This time we're going from the west to the east. We have found Bonro. One of the things I'm going to pick up is the map, because I want to know where I'm at. Because we're going to have some sections where you're going to have to do some serious wandering here. Alright, now we're going to go find... Well, wow, we're just not finding anybody. We are 0 for 4. we'll spend the night at the end. We haven't found the Wind Rune Cave. That's going to be our first of 6 runes we have to pick up. I don't want to join him. He's slow animation, blah blah blah. He's just not all that great. Yeah, we are 0 for 5. Well, we're not too good right now. Alright, so I'm going to pick up some M water. The M water, I'm going to pick up 4 exagates anyway. Now, the M water revives your ally if I ever get one. I'm going to pick up some B agility as well, because why not? I'm also going to pick up some B protects. They double your defense. Alright. Diamond and emerald is almost enough to buy all that armor that I was talking about earlier. So I'll keep an eye out for that. Now I'm dead broke, so still haven't found an optimal weapon. Alright, so we did get a character to help, but might go back after I pick up the Wind Rune. So one of the things I haven't mentioned, although those who have seen Seven Saga before probably have, is, well, I mentioned it, I alluded to it earlier, is that the map itself is the same, because it is virtually impossible to randomize the map, just because of how it's stored. Oh, hello, Python. Okay, so I guess I have a couple things to mention. The locations have been randomized, so where the objects are randomized, but the map itself is not. And then you notice that I ran into a boss. You can fight bosses in the 7th Saga Randomizer. Uh-oh. Now treasures are randomized, and we have randomly run into a dark trick. I think I'm probably dead here. I'm just saying. Well, yeah, especially if I'm being dealt 1 damage. 1,227 damage. The monster's stats are randomized between 1/7 and 7 times as well, and I'm just waiting to... lose here. There literally is nothing I can do. That'll do it. Okay, cool. So, dark tricks are definitely not for the win. Alright, let's see if... Oh. Aren't you going to help your friend? So, you have to revive your ally if you want a chance to have someone else join you. So, we have to pay $64,000. Cool and obtuse, yeah. I mean, the big thing about... No, I don't want to fight you. You're not surprised? You're surprised? The one big feature about the 7th Saga is it's just full of grinding. And the speed run of this is remarkably like 6 hours by Zeki the Kieran, who plays this randomizer as well. But normal casual runs are like 30 hours or so. Alright, so we're gonna need more... We're gonna need to fight some more battles here in order to get the person I want. We still have yet to run into a copy of anything. Oh, this is an impressive set. Alright, well we got rid of one of the problems. The statue heals, the monsters can cast random spells. The android has dealt a ton of damage, the statue's gone, and now the android's gone. Now I earned 72 experience in the last battle, now I've earned 74 here. This is a feature called time scaling, and basically it's basically done to avoid a Python block, the first Python I just fought. So we give you 1 gold piece and 2 experience for every minute that you've played the game. And that you've saved anyway. So if you reset a save, then you're back to the beginning. Or, you know, you lose the time scaling for those minutes that you lost. Okay. So now Brand 2 is going to open this stone passage. You had to acquire Brand 2 in order to do that. You also had to acquire the map as well. I removed that check. I removed that check to speed up the game, and I also removed the wild goose chase to get the map. I also removed that from the game, so... Now in Melanam there are no tricks here, and the reason there are no tricks is that if you open a chest and the door behind the chest will close, and that can cause a soft lock if you forget to pick up the wind rune. You can get out if you use the wind rune and go back to Melanam, but if you don't get the wind rune, you've got a soft lock and you got to reset, and that's bad. So obviously we are not doing that anymore. So Necrocero has powered up Python, so now he's Red Python. Came back from the Dark World, that type of good stuff. I mean, Necrocero's pretty dark. I mean, he is the boss of Dragon Warrior 4, and I think we're going to need some power. Swing and a miss. Oh, no, okay, I just need a defense boost. So if you defend, you gain... if you guard, then you raise your attack power 50% on your next attack. So that's what that's all about. And that is a vanilla mechanic. We have a bottle of magic water right underneath Python's shoes. We'll need that at some point. Alright, now before I do anything, I'm going to try Bonro one more time, see if I can get the ally I want. And it's looking like I'm not going to get whoever I want. So this is going to be a... it's going to present a small challenge. But it doesn't look like it's happening, so... So at this point, we have in this next area here, we're going to have a apprentice chosen to be an opponent for a rune, and that just got decided on that discussion with the sage. Now is the time for me to pull up my map to figure out where I'm at. And I need to drift over this way. Okay, so across this mountain range is a rune. And it's Patroff Castle. This is where that apprentice is decided. The apprentice is anywhere between 0 and 10 levels higher than the level you were at when that discussion with the sage and Igus took place. Wow, I'm getting all sorts of gems. I'm also getting treasure monsters, apparently. This time we got the king trick. Wow, that is a powerful laser. I'm just waiting to go. He gets the dodge. That's hilarious. There we go. So I'm dead. That's fine. Really haven't lost that much progress. Alright, back to Petrov. Alright, let's see if we can get an actual weapon here. Alright, the emo axe would be really nice at this point. The emo stick would be really nice. So I'm going to sell about 400 bucks worth. These 2 topazes will do it. Oh, wait a minute, I need one more. One more little thing. The opal actually will do it by 2 bucks. There we go. Alright, so now I have a weapon. Wilmy, quite frankly, is useless, so I'm just gonna charge in. So that chimera there is trying to take away my MP, and that really didn't matter. Manta has very high experience. That pretty much was closer to the 7 times. Because normally they yield like 250 experience, something like that. So 7 times that is almost 2,000, and I just got 1599. So there you go. Alright, so we're going through the basement of Petrov Castle through a hidden area. And got another topaz for my trouble. We have a Desperation Axe, which usually Olvin equips, and it's a decent weapon, not as good as the emo stick. Now I'm going to do something a little bit longer here. So I'm going to be fighting Camille here. So I'm going to say yes, and what that does is it opens up the castle, and more importantly allows me to spend a night at the inn here. Because if I die, I lose my wind rune, and oh boy. Oh, you got lost on what to do with the late game. Ah. Yeah, I'll explain the past here a little bit later on, but or the late game, I should say, which I guess I've accidentally spoiled. My bad. All right, so now, as you notice, because I said yes, the door to Petrov is now open. So now I'll tell him yes, I've changed my mind, because you have to fight this. So if you don't fight this, you're not getting a rune. So let's see if I get it. Yes, I do. All right. All that was the cost of a couple minutes there. Alright, so the star rune's been acquired. So we have to find at least 2 more locations. 3 more locations, excuse me. One of them is Pell, which you're going to need to get an underground miner. Oh, red trick. Ooh. Another one is Bone, which has a kid there who will let you advance the game. Ooh, tricks are worth some. Laser 2 and Recovery. Recovery allows you to restore your magic and your your magic and your hit points. Both your magic and your hit points. So is a really powerful item. There also is a spell called the Elixir. That does the same thing. Alright, so that's it for that section of the map. So we'll go back to Petrov and we'll drift over this way instead. So basically, as I said, the map is the same, but the locations are not. Alright, I'm pretty sure that one is, that location there is. The exit to that one cave. Okay, we found Bone, so it's not of good use yet, but it will be later on. Okay, here's Pell and everything else while we're at it. There's also a tower that you can go through. What am I doing here? I'm getting a miner. So this person here is going to dig for underwater, and Kyo's has had his coffee. Oh yeah. I can't tell you how much coffee this miner has had, but it's probably a significant amount. Maybe about 10 shots of espresso, that'd be my guess. But anyway, he's gonna go dig for water. And at the end of this sequence, which I have not shortened yet, what's my next play? My next play is going to Bone. Bone, since now I have these 2 water runes, I will be granted passage to the next area. Oh look, there's Lux. Oh, that's a weapon. That also is a weapon, my goodness. Which one? Up 302 or up 247? My gosh. I'll sell one of my 3 diamonds to buy this Doom Sword. Wow. So I'm pretty much set as far as attack power for the rest of the game. That is one of the strongest weapons you're going to get. They are randomized between 1/7 and 7 times because it's Saga Randomizer. Oh. I'm actually supposed to answer no to that. This kid is in Bone, not Bonro. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to wander back to the east to get to move on to the next area of the game. And now I'm going to head back to Zealous. I need 13k to pick up those really powerful, that really powerful armor. I think I can acquire that? Yes, I can. Maximum attack and defense is 125 because I think what it is the armor overflows. So therefore I had to limit the powers. Either overflows or it maxes out at 255, I forget which. Alright, so I spent a night at the inn. I'm gonna see what this sauna is gonna do here, because I've randomly run into a sauna here. Which means I'm gonna have to revive Wilmy. Still no help. Alright, so I guess I'll move on to the next area. Which means I have to go to Petrov and I have to drift to the east. Ran into this cave a little earlier. Ooh. Shoot. There we go. Alright, so we're now into this cave and we're going to eventually get this remote control, but apparently I'm going to have to fight a monster. Swing and a miss. And Wilmy is gone. And so am I. Ranner is a spell that gives you a free escape. You don't have to worry about gambling on your speed or anything like that. So there we go. Alright, so now we're going to take a trip in this dinosaur submarine thingy. Royal Blue Wizard in chat. Randomized town locations are no. Yes, the town locations are randomized. Now in this cutscene, it actually goes to the old map somehow, and it does that journey, and it goes to the old town, but the old location, the vanilla location of Dwayne. But trust me, that's randomized too. I got very lucky. I have to say that they did this because I have a feeling I would be in big trouble if it was randomized. Anyway, here's the next location. I'm going to go ahead and save in case things go south or whatever. Alright, so I'm going to figure out where I'm at. I am at the mountain range of the southern part of this area. You can see that this area, the northern area here, is the largest area. You got a lot to cover and you got a lot of things to encounter here. Okay, flame here heals for 0. 249 damage, which is significant, but it's not enough. Wow, that was worth nothing. I want an exegate. Yay. Treasures are randomized as well. Monster drops, that is. Okay. Now, it is important to find these locations. Especially this one. But I'm going to come back to that in a minute because I want to pick up some little something called beep power, which doubles your power. And I also don't think my speed is that fast. No, it's 135. You really want to get that up to 255. So I'm gonna go find bee powered yet. Have I encountered that monster yet? No, I have not. But it's guaranteed that I will run into that monster, and we'll address that when we get there. Harps is one of the things that I'm looking for. And the reason I'm looking for that is they put a stop to any death spells. There also is a mirror here which rejects a petrify and possibly petrifies the monster. I'm just trying to sell everything just so I can get these very expensive items. Alright. Now we can go back to Tefana and continue. Well, not quite. Actually, I still have to look for bee power. Two mirrors, and the reason this happens is that the items are randomized within the towns, within the first few towns. All of them are, and then it loops around. So that's how that happened. Here's our bee power. Okay, that's taken care of. Now, I'm not going to worry about this, that castle north of Tefana yet. I'll just remember where it is, and then we'll come back to it. And the reason is that I don't quite have enough speed, and I don't want to lose time here. So, although I do believe we are well ahead of things, I'm not 100% sure of that. I didn't put in a timer in my background, but here's another example of that time scaling. The Hermits were only worth 50 points half an hour ago. Now they're worth 130. So now they're kind of worth it. Ooh. You also notice that the dots are moving, and the globe here are moving a little bit slowly. I have intentionally reduced them in half just to show that feature off. You can actually double the speed of the dots if you really wanted to, if you were crazy. You also could make them like super fast, and then you're like, yeah, monster, haha. But we do only have 2 hours, so we're not going to do that. Okay, so we found another town here, so which really didn't help me that much, but it probably will help me later on. We have found another town with a flashing red dot, so there's a rune here. This is Biltham, where you will find the sky rune, I believe it is. So that's something we'll encounter a little bit later on. Now let's see what we... So basically we're on the hunt for 3 runes here. And we're also looking for brush, which will get us to the next area. The anti-penultimate area, as a matter of fact. We are on the pre-anti-penultimate area right now. Okay, here's the next, here's another rune here. Now we can't get this rune yet, but this will give us easier access to one of the runes. We're gonna have a chat with the commander of some army, and basically you have to go into the castle, which is just north of Tefana, which I found very early in this area, and defeat that serpent. And I'm not sure where the serpent is. Okay, so we found another castle. It's not going to help me too much, but I mean it could. And I'll explain why later on. Let's see, where else do we need to go? So to make sure I've got it all mapped, you have to be, you kind of do have to have cartography skills here. Wow, that's a set if I've ever seen one. Oh boy, I think I'm dead. Oh wait a minute, no I'm not. I'm out of here. Like, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. Alright, so I think I've gone through all that cartography, so now I'm going to drift over to the western side of the continent. And before I do that, I'm going to save my game here. Swing and a miss. Alright, wimps out. And I'm hit probably critically for 2 damage. Alright, so I got some experience there. I mean a minute amount of it at this point. Okay, here's another town. Actually, it's a cave. It's the Luz Cave. L-U-Z-E. And that is actually going to get us to a few steps toward our next rune. We're going to go ahead and try and fight this. Gurgur. That's a Dorgan. And the dragon heals for naught. Okay, I'm going to have to try a Be Agility, see if I get better luck here in hitting this dragon. There we go. I get hit for 111, which isn't going to help us too much. We're probably going to have to wait for the magic to run out. If he's healing for 1,000 every time. Well, maybe not. Let's see. No, we got it. Dragon lost 8,000 experience, which is well above normal. A reminder, we did randomize bosses to 1 to 7 times, and there should be a rune here, but wow. Alright, so the sky rune is somewhere. We don't know where, but it is somewhere, and as a matter of fact, one of the apprentices has this rune. So we'll address that as we go along, but we don't have to address this straight away. So I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to try to go through the rest of this map here. We have a mutant that lost for below average experience. Got an amulet that's not going to help us really. We've already got virtually max defense, or virtually max defense armor and shield. Red trick. So red tricks automatically drop rare items, like the recovery there. They also can drop a seed. Whoa! Did you just see that damage count? Ooh, PC, that'll hold my cause a little bit. 5 more power. That's where some could be the difference between dealing damage and not. Okay, nothing over there. Ah, shoot. Ah, there's our buddy. Well, we got rid of that. Ow. Well, I dodged Goron anyway. Oops, we're gonna miss. No. It looks like all Goron is doing is attacking. Goron has absolutely no defense. Normally it has a ton of defense, but I'm just gonna wait until I hit it. You have, at the worst, a 1 in 20 chance of hitting this serpent. I might increase my odds here a little bit. There we go. 24,000 experience for that dragon. And that's going to be multiple levels, obviously. So I've maxed out on my speed now, and I'm well on my way to maxing out my magic. Although I'm probably going to need like another 20 levels or so to max out my magic. But that turned out to be a very good find. Okay, that tower you can use between the previous area and this area. Normally Olven has to go through that tower, but not today. Okay, another town that we could possibly use here. This is Tulane. We need to find that because that's one of the things, or that's one of the places needed to get the Moon Rune, which is one of the 6 runes we need. Okay. Let's beat up that thing. Swing and a miss. Statue, come on. Goodbye. Undead. D-D. Misspelled. Alright. Alright, so I believe I've found everything, so now I'm going to go ahead and complete my quests. And we're going to start by going to Tafana here. Okay, so neither of those had that rune that I keep talking about that location that one of the apprentices have. So we're going to go through the Serpent Castle and knock this section out. So basically you have to take the side entrance. The front entrance is locked. Nothing! Alright, going up. We have one more floor to go up, and then we'll be heading off to the Serpent. Oh, but first we're gonna have a monster. A dark trick that... who did not use the boss music. That's interesting, but it's 4,000 experience. And a very weak armor. Ha ha ha. Prepare to die. Prepare to die. Hi there, Serpent. Goodbye, Serpent. Well, that was hard. Now, this is what happens when HP is randomized between 1/7 and 7 times. So now I have to go back to Tulane, and the reason I have to go back to Tulane is that's where the moon rune is. Alright, so the moon rune, as this person said, doubles your power. So now we're going to go back to build them. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to go back to Tulane. I just want to make sure that the person who stole that rune... Yeah, no, okay. Alright, back to build them. Now the rune changes, the location of the rune changes every few battles, so that can be a thing as well. Hello, Python. So with these monsters, these boss monsters, there can only be one of them. So you can't have two Pythons or anything like that. That really screws up the graphics. Alright, so we have this jail key that the guy lost. And then this person behind the jail cell is going to give me the star, which is going to defeat Doros. So now we're going to start running into a recurring theme with all these dungeons of 7th Saga. And it basically is summed up by a tune by Cameo back in the 80s. Back and forth, back and forth and forth. Literally, you just go left to right to left to right. I do want to fight you, because I have the star. So what this Doros person does is splits into 3. And what the star does is put them back together again. And this is now probably going to be an easy fight. Let's see. Ooh, he does have fast speed. Whoa, that hurt. but I do have potion 2 sitting right here, which I know will put me back to maximum. Trying to steal magic, that's not gonna help. There we go. Just had to hit the guy. Oh, 40. Yeah, it's gonna be multiple levels. This is a ton of experience. The light rune is mine. Now I just have to find where that final rune is, and then we're basically in go mode, in fact. A very common term used in randomizers. Basically meaning you found everything. I don't think you can find the rune and lose. So basically you found everything, so you are ready to complete the game. Like, you go through the final steps, whatever those steps are. You go through a dungeon, you have to fight the final boss, blah blah blah. We just have to figure out where this item is. And we're gonna have to go back to the second continent, it seems. This doesn't happen very often. Or the second area, excuse me. Where is this rune? We have seen it in Aegis before. We've even seen this in Zealous before, so... I mean, it typically is found in the main area, but today is not that day. Okay, so I can only imagine that there might be one location that I haven't found yet, and it's there. Oh, that's the vacuum 2 sound. It has a screeching noise, so apologies for that. Not really much I can do about that. Vacuum 2 can kill off both of your characters instantly, but we do have harps to prevent that from happening. Okay, bear with me a second. This does happen on occasion where it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna just hide from you here. Yeah, the Bane, yeah, exactly. We pretty much said in... Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. So there was one place, and unfortunately, There are about 50 monsters blocking the way, and this one is required. They are known as Class 1 monsters, the Reaper here, so I am not allowed to run from that battle, so... But the rune is still there. Wow, really dug in there, but no matter, we've found the last location. I'm going to spend a night at the inn for good measure. And then we're going to destroy this apprentice, then we're going to finish the game. We're probably about 35 minutes away. Oh, it was in Dwayne the whole time? Okay. What do I know? Maybe I just didn't... I don't know. I could make up excuses, but I'm not going to. Alright, just have to figure out where everything is. House of Healing... it's not Lux. I'm going to revive Wilmy, because there's a chance that the Sky Rune person will let me join forces. Okay, weapon shop. Is that the boss? Alright, time to fight. So we're gonna miss somehow. Actually, it's 255 versus 255, and we're gonna have to reset because we're gonna lose all the runes at that point. So we're probably going to need a... We're probably going to need to use the B agility because Isana is a max speed apprentice at this point. There, finally hit her. And she's got max heal. She's gonna have to use again. So I have no choice but to do a defend and swing. There we go. And that's a victory. And that's a Sky Rune. So I would say we're probably gonna be 20 minutes ahead of estimate. That's just a guess. It's I would not call that canon. First of all, we're going to talk to a fortune teller here. We're going to go see Brantu. And we have shortened this text, and we've also shortened the cutscene. You're going to see how that works in a minute. Normally it's like a 2-minute plane ride, which I just shortened to about 2 seconds, and there it goes. And that's it. Plane's down. Just like, get on with it. Alright, so now we're in the... Actually, now we're in the pre-anti-penultimate area. We're the fourth from the last. We have to find another cave here. And there's the cave. No, we have to go this way. There we go. We don't need to pick up any more boxes. Uh-oh, thou art cursed. I shortened this one, up as well. So now we're in the anti-penultimate area, and we're in the southern portion of this continent. We had to look down here to see if there was anything over here, but there was not, which I'm fine with. We are almost certain to find a location coming up here, but here comes the next fight. There is a dragon here. I will have to fight this. Swing and a miss. Come on. Yeah, you're gonna try harder than that. Yeah, he's not gonna do this forever. And actually, I can put it into it on the spot. Moonrune. That probably is gonna do it. Yep, that's it. 2,000 damage. So 3 more levels there. Oh, same fight. You should have used your heal too. Actually, it wasn't going to help you. Goodbye. And another 10,000, 11,000, excuse me, experience. And that was like 4 levels there, so that's another 50 power. Alright, so there's nothing over in this section either, so everything is in the northeastern portion of this continent, which I am certainly fine with. Here's one of those locations now. We're going to go through that location in a minute. Yeah, everything literally is on the northeast. We'll get rid of the Stone Witch here. Swing and a miss. Gone. Gone. Okay, so we needed to find that location, and we didn't really need to find this location, but it's there anyway. Question in chat, which I'll get to in a minute. I just want to get back to this cave here. Are you able to Moonrune into a defend action boosted attack, or is the Moonrune only a 1-round buff? No, it is good for the entire length of the battle. So you can use the Moonrune and then defend an attack, and you're dealing like 3,000 damage or something insane like that. Well, the planter did a smart move there. Ran away. The maximum level is 80, and we will likely hit it, by the way. Although I probably could rain her. Although at the same time, we don't need to be that much underestimate, so... Oh, I can't use the spell anyway, so, alright. Guess we're gonna defeat the monsters. I try to be nice. See, I probably would have dealt almost 4,000 damage there. If I had the Moonrune. If I used the Moonrune, excuse me. So as with all these other caves, you gotta go back and forth and forth, back and forth and forth. But we'll get there. Oh, what's this? Oh dear. Somebody's got some plans for me. But first, we're gonna fight somebody. Wow, that's a set. Let's start with Durgan there. Oh boy, this is actually probably not going to hit me. Wow! Surprised it hit me for that much because the statue. Trick's gone. Statue heals for 0. Dogan, excuse me, not Durgan. Durgan's a different dragon. Nah. Necrocera has 8 forms. Whoa. Really? But now he's out of control. Something about Rosa. Ah. Anyway, time to kill you. Ah, yes. Necrocera is a very... It can be a pretty difficult monster in final boss in Dragon Warrior 4. So I used the Moon Rune, and now this Metal Python here is toast. You won this round, so that last part is vastly shortened. Probably saves another 30 seconds or so. This I'll have to fight. No choice there. That's a Doom. That's a class 1 monster, so I am ineligible to run. There's the Moonlight, and here comes an Exegate that gets me out of the dungeon. And then we're going to go to Bugusk. Except that's not where I want to go. I want to go to Quanta. Quanta. So we have a sage here that's going to remove the curse because I've acquired the Moonlight. This is another shortened piece. Once again, went to Bugusk, even though I don't want to. Alright, so now we have a cave and we have to fight Goron here, which is going to be very simple as we noted earlier. And this is going to be worth a lot of levels. We've maxed out our magic now. Alright, so this is once again a case of back and forth. So I swear, it literally is go from left to right to left to right. And then you stop after a little bit. Alright, so we have to do one more iteration of this, back and forth. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take... I am going to revive Wilmy here, even though it's going to be rather ineffective. He's going to be gone here in a minute. The game has crashed. Oh, jeez, really? Okay. This has probably lost me I don't know where I've left off. Wow. That was a literal hard lock, and I'm back to fighting a sauna for the 6th rune. Unbelievable. That's lovely. Well, fortunately I have 40 minutes, so I guess we're gonna now reach 2 hours. Wow. Gotta say, that's the first time that's happened to me before. I do vaguely remember this happening in the past. I think this is just an outright 7th Saga hardlock. I think this is... I don't think this is a randomizer thing. Alright, well, I mean, the fortunate thing is that I'm still probably like, I don't know, probably 5 minutes ahead of estimate. So I probably given the admins a little bit of a break that way, so things stay kind of on schedule. So I'm just gonna take it out on this stone demon. All right. Well, we know where everything is, so we're just gonna have to power through this again. All right. $2,000 damage on a defend and attack. Ghoul being rather smart there. Yeah, that's right. That's right, I've gotten 8 forms. I definitely spoiled there. Alright. Oh. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to go to the inn. An action that I like never do. But after that little stunt that the game pulled off on me, I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Grr. Alright, once again, we will go back and forth here through this castle. Alright, let's try this again. So this person starts invisible. But I make him visible with the moonlight. Ooh, 1 damage. That hurt. And that's it. Gariso. That's the name. Well, so the game is not over. We have Gorcia here, which is killed off King Lamela, and now we've been banished. And Sero's the hero that took down Gariso. So one very important text change right here. It used to say he was unconscious, which is inaccurate because of his sauna, so I removed that reference. And on that note, we have something to find. This is originally... We are now 5,000 years in the past here, and we're actually in the second main area where Patrof was. It's the exact same map, but unfortunately this is not the location I wanted to find. I wanted to find the other one. Now I have to do this without a map this time, so Okay, I have found the other location, so this is all good. If Goblin chat as is this a time loop? What is this? Final Fantasy? Oh, it's better than that. It's 5,000 years in the past. Final Fantasy is only 2,000 years in the past. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hijack an airship, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to look through each of these rooms. Excuse me. Look through each of these rooms and figure out where the airship is hiding. Normally this is randomized in the game, however, in this version I've changed it to where it is randomized, but it's not the same location. So, in other words, if this is a race, everybody would find this hidden shelf at the exact same place. And apparently that place is on the second floor. There it is. So in other words, everybody, if this is a race, everybody in the race has to go through that exact same bookshelf. And on that note, we're out of here. Now the funny thing is, if you look through the code, this is the exact same, the past has the exact same map as the present, including this island we're about to go to, Melanam. Oh, how do you get back? How do you get out? Let's see. There we go. That's the fast way to get out of here. Now, this is the scheduled safety save. As opposed to an unscheduled one. And so our mission in this island here is to find a town, which is right over here. And we're going to pick up a letter and we're going to give it to a person in the lab. Oh, I can't use the wind rune, it's gone. I got 5.5 hours of sleep last night, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. I guess I'm probably closer to 5 hours, but nevertheless. Let's go down the lab. One of the things I really want to do is skip all these staircases and just take you directly to the lab, but that hasn't happened yet. So we're gonna go here and give this person the letter. So, and since I did that, we're going to give a tour of the laboratory. The laboratory is building this Techuan, who is going to be so powerful, he's going to defeat Gorcia, the person who sent Ulven here 5,000 years in the past. But the leader of this project is a very wise doctor. He goes by the name of Dr. Fail. We're going to talk to Dr. Fail right now. We're going to hear the wonderful wisdom of Dr. Fail. And I've been wanting to change the name of Dr. Fail, but I am literally not allowed to by the community. I want to do like Dr. Mario, Dr. Pass, I don't know. And I can't change the text of this either. Now normally at this point you're gonna have to go all the way out of this town and talk to somebody and then go all the way back in, but I shortened this to where you just have to talk to this person right there, or that robot, Techuan, excuse me, and now we can fight Foma. And that wasn't too hard of a hit. Let's be power. See if I can find it. There it is. Whoa, thunder! 3,000 damage. Good night. So, Foma being defeated. The energy field is gonna destroy the island. And you know how it works in Battleship. You sunk my... Hey, Olvin, you sunk my island! Somehow we got into the airship that we traveled to get to Melanam, and apparently they trust us now, so... Alright, one final area here. Oh, there's Dargan. Oh, Durgan. Not Dargan, Durgan. Alright, let's see what this location is. This location is something we need to find. So, we're going to come back to this location in a minute. So Garcia put a curse on the runes. The runes exist 5,000 years in the past, but as I just said, Garcia cursed them, so we have to lift the curse. And we're going to lift the curse by going into this cave. It is not often that I run into a monster here. I'm going to get out of here. You don't know if you trust a guy if he's named Dr. Fail. I know, right? Dr. Fail is a very strong name. I'm going to have to fight this because of the Chimera here. Green Wimpsal. Undead Wimpsal. And that's it for that. And now my favorite line in the game. You have interrupted my rest, you miserable fool. I will send you to the dark world. And now we have to fight another puppy. Oh. So, potion 2s are maxed out at 1,000 hit points. Otherwise, you potentially run into unwinnable fights. I'll neutralize the agility. And now I'm dealing 1400 damage. Ice hits, but not for much. 1 damage, and that's it. Goron goes down.
Sir Garcia instructed me to let nobody through. If you wish to go forward, you must first defeat me.
Alright, Sir Pant. Swing and a miss. Good night. And this is another line that I shortened. So that takes care of that issue, and we're going to exit out. Now we have to go back down to that village so we can get the runes back. Now these runes do the opposite thing in reverse. And yes, that sounds like a double negative, but as I explain it, it'll make sense. The wizard rune is going to make so Garcia starts invisible like the Gariso, but the wizard rune will reveal him. The light rune will make him vulnerable. The water rune normally restores HP. This one will knock his HP down in half. The star rune will reduce defense power instead of double defense power. The wind rune will reset his agility. The sky rune will weaken magic power, which And finally, the moon rune will reduce attack power by half, instead of doubling the character's attack power. Alright, let's go to the end. $4. Alright, so this is the same continent as the last area of the present, so we just have to figure out where everything is. First, we're getting rid of the dark trick. 1 damage. Whew, 3,000 damage. Find a defense boost and a moon rune boost, we might be up to 5,000 damage or so. Although I think the chance of a crit is like 1 in 16, something like that. And just like in Dragon Warrior, monsters can dodge a critical hit. Okay, final castle of the game. And just like all the other castles, just like many of these caves, it's back and forth and forth, back and forth and forth. It's a great tune, let me tell you. And then this should take care of things. Foolish mortal. Well, I've been told to go to the Dark World again. Corsia. That's a lot of damage. I'm gonna have to go potion 2. Wow, still getting hit. We're gonna have to address that. Light rune will make it vulnerable. That's a dodge finally. I'm gonna put a wind rune down. I believe that resets agility to 200. So that's gonna make a much higher dodge rate. Now we'll do water rune. Ooh. Star rune is a must here. I'm also going to do this sky rune just for my sanity. Oh, watch out. 1 damage. Now it's beat power time. Swing and a miss. Let's go. Oof. Still hitting hard. We'll have to use another potion too. Because Olven isn't dodging anything. This is barely fine. Finally dodges. Now we will have to use a potion 2. Time will, by the way, to the timer, time will be when Corsia begins to fade out, which means when Corsia runs out of HP, which is about 3,000 points from now. This is more challenging than it normally is, because he is not dodging anything. Alright, I believe we have one more hit. There we go, time. We're done. So we still wound up with a 146 after that obstacle. I guess that means we're gonna have time for credits. Yeah, 146.45, so it should have been like closer to sub 140 there, but I guess in a way that works out. Keeps them on schedule, right? Alright, so we're running through the credits, so there are some alternate credits that you're going to see here in about a minute or two. So I'm going to take this moment to thank the administrators for letting me run this. And I want to thank all of you for watching. And you'll see that I have some special thanks here at the end of the credits, but if you are interested, I don't know if I'm allowed to share a link or not. If let's see, I think this is the link. Let's see if I'm allowed to share a link. There it is. Okay, cool. That's the link, so you can hop into that if you want. You can see it's a lot more merciful than the vanilla version. But you can make it pretty difficult if you want. You know, we've had runs where we make some properly challenging flags and they take like 3 hours, so it's I mean, it's a really fun game, so gotta was able to randomize it. At some point, I'd like to try to make an ancient cave of this. It is possible. It is very hard, but it is possible. So... yeah, I believe we're just about there. As far as these credits are concerned. We just got a few more credits to go here. Then I'll hop on out of here. Alright. Yeah, these credits, I guess, take a few minutes here, but it's just about there. I think this is the last section here. Oh, no, there's one more section here. All these apprentices have to make one more appearance. Even though they all stunk because they didn't let me, because they didn't want to join. Should have known they were on a winning team. But there's the changed credits right there. And then there's one more screen. I added this section here.